Hey guys, it's nice to see me again, and it's that time of year again. Adventure Awaits has officially released, and now we get to do my review. So if you guys are familiar, we're going to be doing the standard review practice that you guys liked before. Live reaction to cast and build by, and then I'm going to play gameplay on my own time and do a little commentary on what I thought, what I liked, what I didn't like. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so first obviously we got the digital content, which everybody knows I'm not a big fan that EA has been doing that, because let's face it, everybody should have access to all this stuff. Also, I can't tell. Is that guy's finger clipping through his drink? I don't think so. Okay, so we got the toast tea kettle, steeped in comfort. Cozy up with this warm cup of coffee, tea, or cocoa from this convenient and sleek all-in-one tea kettle that fits perfectly on the grub-to-go appliance cart. Toasty tower lamp. Keep that outdoor comfort flowing, even late into the evening activities with this modern warming lamp. And then toasty Tootsie socks, boasting comfort for all campers. These soft marshmallows. I hate that they keep calling it campers. Please, I wish they wouldn't use that word, because then that just makes me think immediately outdoor retreat. Feel the comfort of the campfire wherever your Tootsies may take you. Alright, and then we got the actual pack. So we got, welcome to The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. Time for a getaway. Embark on new experiences with getaways and custom venues. Wish they'd just call it vacations, because pretty much that's what just it is. Plan activities for Sims to recharge or complete with elimination trials. Build unique venues and share them to the gallery. Adventure awaits whenever you play on your getaway. Adventure starts with childhood. Childhood fun shapes life. Kids develop traits through formative moments and childhood sentiments. Customize playgrounds, play games, and have imaginary friends with unique personalities. Choose from goofball, competitive, creative, or evil dolls. A life of play. Fun is for all ages. Build skills with papercraft, entomology, study of bugs, diving, and archery. Make paper crafts, raise butterflies, trade collectibles, and go kayaking. Spin bikes and free weights keep adults active. Refresh with smoothies from the blender. Adventure around every corner. Explore Gibby Point's neighborhoods. Wanderwood Wilds, Crystal Valley, and Jellyfish Junction. Meet unique Sims, uncover quests, and see the Underlight Bay. Attend festivals, start with a park worker career, or enjoy themed getaways. Find the plum bird. Alright, so give me a second to set everything up so I can look into every little detail, and I'll be right back with you guys with cast review. Alright, so first off, let's start here. So we got some new hair. So, got this hair with the little bandana. Is that bandana clipping? Let me check. Is that supposed to look like that? Uh-oh. The first item we look at and the bandana is clipping. Yikes. Okay, we got this haircut. Looks very 90s. We got this, like, back haircut. Again, looks more feminine, so I don't know why it's in the male category. Got this haircut. Pretty simple. Shaved off to the side. I feel like we've seen a ton of haircuts like this before, so it's okay. We got this one. Plenty of haircuts like this. Not really worried. This one's more unique. I think this one's a better option. And then we got this one right here. Again, pretty interesting. I do like the details in it. For male, we do have this new mustache. Just a full mustache. It's like your old 80s mustache. We got this jellyfish hat. Why is it... Okay, I don't like how it's glowing like that. I think that's a little odd. Then we got this hat, which I think is supposed to be reminiscent of the imaginary friend, but the only issue I have is that this cap doesn't look that good. Maybe the air swatches are great? No, not really. Not really. Now, there are some locked items, and these are specifically for certain skills, becoming friends, all that. All right, we do got some new sunglasses. Pretty standard outside sunglasses. Nothing really to talk about there. These are good sunglasses, though. I will not complain. We got this. I can't tell what this is. I think it's supposed to be like a bird call or something like that. It looks like one. We got the handkerchief, which is locked, believe it or not. Don't understand why that's locked, but that's okay. You think they advertised like a bunch of Sims having that, like including the camp counselors having that, but the issue is it's locked through a career. What's on my hand? Dirt. It's locked behind a career, which is kind of dumb. Like, why would you advertise that for non-career people? Yeah, there's a whole thing with that. So we got this new sweater. Not too bad. I don't hate that. This sweater feels way too much like something we got in Snowy Escape. We got this jacket. Not too bad. I do like this little jean jacket with the t-shirt. Feels very simple, very clean. This looks like a good outdoor jacket. I like this design. We have this sweater, again, just a simple sweater, nothing crazy. We got a camp t-shirt, which is cool. That's nice to have, and especially since they have, like, plain t-shirts. However, what I would comment on is I wish we had multiple versions. Because, like, look, we have, like, this brown t-shirt, but it has a logo. And then we have this green t-shirt and this yellow t-shirt that have a logo. There's no logo shirt, which bothers me. Yet some of them have no logo. Got this jacket. Pretty okay. Another t-shirt and jacket, which I'm not upset about. I don't mind. This looks like a more outdoor wear outfit. We got this Dodo t-shirt, which is all Dodo. Like, it doesn't have any, like, just plain t-shirts. It's just the Dodo, which is interesting, I'd say. This is way too much like something we got from Going Together. There's a polo that looks very similar. Got this nice jacket. Got this nice sleeve shirt. It's been a while since we've gotten a shirt like this. So I actually don't hate that we received that. We got a life jacket. Okay, the only complaint I have is I don't understand your sim wearing the life jacket 24/7. Like, if you're going swimming, that's one thing. I wish there was a version that was just the life jacket. But I feel like it should be one of those things where, like, if your sim gets into a kayak, it gets onto a bicycle, they put the helmet on, right? Why isn't it that when sims get into a kayak, they put this on? Like, they put the life vest on. That's just a complaint. We got this tank top. I don't know why I blanked on that. This sweater. And this t-shirt. Not too bad. We do got some outfits. Some of them are locked. A lot of them are the imaginary friend outfits. We got this very rugged outfit. We got... Oh my. I don't even know what you would use this thing for. And then we got like this kind of hiking outfit, which I don't hate. And for pants, we got these baggy pants. Those look itchy just looking at them. Got some torn up shorts. It's nice to have some shorts with some rips at the bottom that aren't super short. Got these like firefighter pants. I'm not sure how I feel about the pockets. Got these layered pants. I don't like pants like these. They just look weird. Got new, like, I think it's supposed to be workout pants. Got new shorts. These shorts, oh my. I don't like how there's one stripe and then it's a stripe in the back. That makes no sense. We got these with, I think those are leggings. I can't tell if they're leggings or like, I don't know what these are. Are they sweatpants? Are they leggings? Are they, oh, what's the word for it? Water pants? I don't know. We got these pants, which are better. And then we got these ones, which I like these the most because they're more simple. I don't like anything that's crazy out there. We have a bracelet that we can't see. Let me get a shirt on that we can actually see that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's another like friendship bracelet situation, which, and we do got some arm guards. Now let me know those arm guards come from archery. I know what those are because, well, competitive archer. We do got the archery gloves. There's that too. No. We do have 2 new pairs of socks. We got the socks I just told you about through digital content. And we got these like normal camp-like socks, which are cool. I don't mind those. Now for shoes, we do got some hiking boots. Pretty simple. Got some basic water shoes, which makes sense if you're riding kayak. Got new sneakers. I don't hate those. And we got new flip-flops, which are great. I love getting new flip-flops. Now, if only we can get some more sandals. Like, they recently introduced those, and you think we could get a little more. Now, before we move on to male and female, I want to look at the aspirations, see what's new. So we do got a new nature aspiration. We have the Critter Hunter aspiration, which the sim wants to explore rich worlds of butterflies and fish, learn all they can about critters. That doesn't sound like a great aspiration. And I know I heard we have a new trait, competitive. So the competitive trait states, competitive sims have to be the best at anything they put their sweaty focus on, especially games and physical activities. They're all about winning, so they take losing really personally. Depending on how they manage their competitive spirit, these sims can either become an inspiration of sim excellence or bask in the toxic pits of the abyss and become the ultimate sore loser. Okay, interesting. Let's face it, I'm very competitive. We do have the new Archery Skill. We have Entomology Skill. I'm surprised there's not a kayaking skill or a biking skill. Like, you think those would be a thing? We got paper crafting. That's a new skill. I was checking to see if there's anything new in these categories that I need to know about. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the female sims. Then we're going to take a look at every life stage except teens, because teens pretty much get access to everything. So women have the same select amount of haircuts, except a few different ones, like this one. Like, again, nice curls. I love the curly hair in it. That's a good touch. Got this little, like, ponytail haircut. Really nice. I don't hate that. Ponytails are always nice. We got the shorter edition, which I like how they have the long and then the short edition, depending on your sim feels. Like, that's good. They do have this kind of... What is this? Like, can someone please explain to me what this is? Because I'm not complaining about it. I just want to understand what the heck this hat is. I think this is supposed to be a sleep hat. I'm not 100. We got... Okay, these earrings are very questionable. They're literally just latches. I don't know how often all of my Sims wear those. However, these earrings with the leaves, not too bad. And we do have these wave earrings, which are pretty cool. I don't complain. I have the same sunglasses. I have the same bird call, whistle-esque, like, I'm trying to think of the word. I think it's supposed to be a dodo call, considering that's the bird you're looking for. Now, for women, they got a lot of the same clothes. I think this sweater is different from the other Sims. Again, they got female editions of multiple clothes. They got this sweater, also pretty cool. They got this... Ooh, we got some new workout tank tops. These, like, sports bra things, those are actually pretty good. Some Sims... I've been looking for the Sims team to add some of those. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just repeats. This is different. This is, like, a female edition of the life jacket. Like, they have this one, and then they have this one. You think this one would also be supplies of male Sims, but you never know. Now, for pants-wise, we got the same pants. They do have these leggings, which makes sense. Another pair of leggings that go with that one outfit. They got a skirt. A couple of them, actually, so that's nice. And then they got some pants as well, just like normal. They had the same friendship bracelet, same pairs of socks, same pairs of shoes. Outfit-wise, they do got this cute little, like, overalls outfit. They do have this outfit, which the men have, which just fits the female sim a little better. They have this dress, this dress is nice, looks like a cozy one. They have this, like, this is interesting. It's like it's supposed to be for rock climbing, yet rock climbing is not in this game. They got this dress, which looks interesting to say the most. And then they got a new bathing suit, which clearly that's what that's meant for. And obviously we have the locked outfits. So yeah, that's the female Sims. Let's go ahead and see what the children got, see if they got anything. So children do get this hat unlocked immediately. I actually have this hat, believe it or not. I actually have this hat. I got it for band. When I was at band camp. The kids have immediate access to the handkerchief, which is weird. You think adults... Like, I don't understand the idea of, like, the kids can access it, but the adults can't. Kids do have their own special clothes, which is nice. That's good detail. Yeah, like, they even have... Some of the pants are different, and they even got this outfit, which is clearly meant for swimming. Same friendship bracelet. They do have some, like, band-aids you could put on their legs, which is interesting. They do have their own pair of the socks. That's cool. And they got their own pair of shoes. Wow. You know, this is a kid... Oh, hang on. Wait. Oh, yeah, this... Okay, good. I just need to make sure I have the right gender selected so I can see everything. Okay, child Sims have this haircut. I love the little beads in it. That seems very childlike. Like, that's great. And again, same haircuts as the adults. I'm just trying to see if there's anything different. So the girls do have this sweater, which is accessible, which is nice. No complaints there. Same skirt as the parents. The girls do have a few more outfits than the boy children, which is okay. Same shoes. And they have the same socks as well. Alright. Alright, now we're on the toddlers. Let's see if they actually did anything for okay. Toddlers do have some new haircuts. I don't imagine you would give your toddler this haircut, which I'm starting to think is very similar to one that we've gotten for Rent, except shaved. However, these two haircuts feel a little bit more like something a toddler would have. Outfit-wise, again, toddlers have their own clothes. They even have a new winter outfit that looks like a platypus. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, Cass is... Wow, I was not expecting Cass to be, like, this much. Like, especially with the uniqueness of each sim. Like, each sim having their own kind of stuff. Like, babies, like, they have their own hair, they have their own hats, they have... This is crazy, like, in a good way. Okay, now for infants. Now, the only reason why I don't have teens or elders on here is because it's pretty obvious teens, elders, and young adults are treated the same. They don't have anything different, but every other life stage is treated differently, so that's why we're looking into them. Okay, the infants have this one outfit. Yeah, I'd have to say Cass is actually loaded. Like, we have a lot of different things, and even better, they're not the same thing for every life state. They're different. So I'd actually give Cass a pretty solid 9 out of 10. They did a really good job with Cass. Because just how much you have, and the fact that there's stuff that you have to unlock with gameplay, which is great, because that obviously adds some detail. So yeah, now we're going to go ahead and head over and check out Build By to see what's available. Now let it be known, I'm probably not going to check out the... Now, a little heads up, I'm probably not going to check out the debug stuff. I'm more here to check out stuff you can actually purchase that you don't have to use cheats for. Alright, this took a hot minute, but this is all of Build By, at least the non-debug, which this took me a minute to get all this. So let's go ahead and talk about everything. So right here, we got a few stylized rooms, obviously some hangout spots, an entomology room, some camper areas, and then we got the gym. Like, pretty self-explanatory, nothing really crazy. We have a bunch of new wallpapers, 7 of them. We got, most of them are exterior, but can be used inside, and we have this one wallpaper. Good wood textures and stone. We have multiple doors, and all of these fit on one regular height window. On a regular height wall, all these doors fit. We got rustic ones for, like, your camps, and we got the more, like, you know, unique ones. The great thing is, these look like something you could use in everyday builds, including these archways and main doors, and they won't look out of place. Same thing for the windows. Like, all windows fit relatively... Same thing for the windows. They all fit on one wall height, and they all have different versions, and they have sets. So, like, they're not... Like, you won't just get this window and have to try and match it with everything else. It will actually, like, have windows to go with it, which overall is really good when you play The Sims. And here's another problem I keep having. For a pack about nature, they really do not want to give you any plants. These are the only 3 outdoors plants that this pack comes with, and yet we've never gotten... It's been a while now. We have not gotten very many trees, flowers, bushes. Like, where are all the plants, man? We got 2 new floorings, a stone one and then this wood one. 2 new columns to match the new fences and gates. 2 new stairs. Like I mentioned, the fences. We got 3 new foundations. 2 of them, these 2 over here, can be used on platforms. Over here, we got 4 diving boards, depending on the height. And we got a water slide. The only complaint I relatively have about these is, to be honest, pools are a base game object. So I think, and I strongly believe this, a pool slide and a diving board should have been added to base game. I do strongly believe that, because that only makes sense. If pools are in the base game, people should be able to do stuff with pools. I also thought floaties would come with this pack. I thought that would be fun, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain about that one. Over here, we got a couple new beds. So we obviously got matching beds of wood texture and then these metal ones, which are clearly more summer camp, but we also got this new bunk bed. Now, the whole thing about this new bunk bed is, if you look, unlike a traditional bunk bed, here, let me pull up an example. So unlike a traditional bunk bed where it just needs 1 space under it, this needs 2, which is interesting in my mind. Got a ton of new chairs, from bar stools and chairs that have some unique designs on them, which I think are... The world's supposed to be inspired by New Zealand, so I think that's where they're pulling it from. And then obviously we got, like, regular fold-out chairs and just some normal leather chairs. Pretty simple, nothing major. Same thing with matching couches. I do love this little couch with the wood under it. This seems like a perfect entryway seating area where you put your shoes on, or near the fireplace. It's a nice touch. We do have this little, like, bar backside. Like, this goes for the bar back, and then this is the actual bar. Nice, nothing to complain about there. We do have this new table, and this larger table. So when it comes to these tables, I want to quickly say before I forget, this is the paper crafting set. I do not know if you can put this in your inventory. We'll find that out in gameplay. We have this new TV set. We got this new chest, which I don't know. I don't think it's interactable. I think this is literally just a fake chest. We have this little table, nothing crazy. This is an appliance table. Like, the whole point is supposed to be able to put appliances on it, which we have the blender and then a digital content kettle. The only complaint I have about these is they include these. I wish they include a cabinet set in this pack, but that's me. I feel like every Sims pack should include a cabinet set. That's just me, unless it's not related to kitchen at all. We got some coffee tables. We got this, like, So here's what's interesting about this. This is a folding desk, yet you cannot fold out the desk. I wish that was an actual thing. So we have this little like setup of like camper stuff. It's kind of sad that we can't do bird watching because you see binoculars, and that we can't do. And I'm hoping there's archery, like competitive archery you can win, because why else would they? Because why do they have this trophy being a placeholder? Like that's kind of dumb. Again, we have like this little setup of various games that your Sims can play, which is weird because I really wish they would add more board games to the game. Like we need a ton more board games. We have this little like shelf. This is a shelf, but let me know this is also a shelf. So just making sure you know that. We got this little kitty picnic table, which I love the little kids' handprints on. There are versions without it, but I think this is cute. Got this new sink. Very simple, nothing crazy. Got this new shower, which I'm wondering if the shower can be used outdoors, because if you can see, there is no like curtain. So I don't know if your Sims can shower in this. People won't go like, why are you naked? We do have a new bathtub, which I like the little shower head on it. That's pretty cool. The only complaint I really have is why is there no toilet? Like it should be a full bathroom set. If you're gonna do a bathroom set, do a bathroom set. That's what I'm trying to say. Over here we got the brand new in-ground hot tub. It's been a while since we've had one of these, so that's nice. It helps take up a little less space. We have this little, like, I think this is a bird. This is a caterpillar incubator. So I'm wondering if your Sims can catch caterpillars, put them in here, and they'll become butterflies. We got the nostalgic entertainment system, the NES. I heard there's some new video games in this pack, which I'm excited for because it's been a while since we've gotten new console games. We've got new consoles, but we haven't gotten new games. So this is actually good. One of the things I love, and it's happened in The Sims 3, is if the Sims team takes something that was previously locked behind one pack, so for example, laundry, and they put it in multiple packs. So for example, consoles used to be locked behind city living. Now, there are several packs you could buy to get the access to those. We have a free weights rack. I wish there was a shorter edition of this. Like this was one, and then there was a second one that was shorter. We have the archery target, which is similar to darts. It has a range. Now, being a person who competes in archery, I feel like there should have been several of these targets with different ranges, because being an archer, you used to shoot 10 and 15. Obviously, people shoot longer. So the only thing I would say that should change is you should be able to adjust that. So Sims who are not good at archery can practice closer, and Sims who are good at archery can get further and further away from the target. So we have two exercise bikes. I know what you're saying. They look exactly the same. They are, but the only difference is it's similar to Spa Day, where one is a simple exercise bike, while the other is a coaching bike. We have a new kayak. The only thing I would say about the kayak is I wish there was a kayaking skill, and similar to like the horse riding skill, I wish there was a kayaking skill and a bicycling skill. And so that way, when your Sim rides in their kayak, there's a chance they'll tip over. There'll be things that can go wrong. We have a new fire pit. This is an butterfly like habitat, so a lot of people can live in here. Well, people, butterflies, obviously. Got one new plant, this singular plant. So we got like these new pictures for the wall. I like this one. This is a very good setup. We had some like relaxation one. We got this mirror. We got this new curtain, this new like drop down curtain. Wish these were actually interactable. Got some signage for various things. We got this little like random clutter. You think this would be a light? Like this light would actually work? Let's see. Nope, light doesn't work. Got this giant welcome sign. Got a fan, which I'm guessing this is interactable, like the fans we've been seeing recently, and it'll keep your... Oh, wait. Yep, it's interactable. You can see the fan spinning. Clearly, it's meant to keep your Sims cool if you have seasons. We have this little, like... It's kind of like a cocoa maker. And then we got this new tools holder, which I like this. I like this. It's kind of cute, and it's nice to get a new one that has some cool designs on it that isn't just plain. We have this like outdoor equipment holder, which these look like the bags you would keep chairs in. It's kind of sad though that you can't actually have this on your Sim, like buy one and then set out the chair. We got some sort of festival sign along with the second one. Got a kayaking sign, got some pots and pans for the wall, got this butterfly like collage, these oars, which is weird. Why are they giving us canoeing oars if kayaking is the thing? You can see how that's weird. Also, sorry for the lighting. I do not know why it is so bright out here. It is not that bright. We got a couple new fireplaces, some big ones, modern, rustic, and then we got the small one, which I like the small one, especially since it has this little thing under it. That's always nice. Got some new rugs. Love the rugs. Rugs are always nice, especially when they're not like crazy all over the place. Like they're just kind of simple. Especially these outdoorsy ones. That feels like perfect. We do have 2 new ladders for docks. Now, obviously, you can't see them because they're buried into the ground. Here are the 4 imaginary friends you can have. Each one is unique. So we got Little Monster. We have Petty Pegacorn. We have Crafty Kid. And we have Wild Child. Got 3 new lamps. Again, more ores. I don't understand. We got a ton of new ceiling lights. Mostly just 2 sets of them at different heights, which is always nice. Got some new wall lights. We have this, like, is this a... This looks like a floor light, right? Is this a floor light? Yeah, it's like a floor jellyfish light. We got this wall light. Another clock that does not work. You know how much I hate it when they give us clocks that don't work. We got this brand new mini fridge, which again, always nice to have. We have this new like heating lamp. Got this new toilet. Yeah, pretty good so far. We got these new food stands, which looks like one's for sweets and one's just for regular food. We got some new like house things. We got like this chimney, this outlook, and then this flag. This is actually new. This is a new like overhead thing you can put in your house. Now here comes the part you probably all were expecting, the playground equipment. So when it comes to it, all of these playgrounds you can just grab, place, grab, place, grab, place. Like, you know what I mean? There is a swing set. There is a slide that's separate. Now, other than that, there are some pre-built versions. So if you're like me and you might get a little lazy at some point and you don't want to build an entire play structure, you can just build like one like this. Complaints I have, the swing set, you can put it close, does not attach. Other complaint, I feel like this shouldn't be limited to this pack. Because the Sims team, when it came to the playground lot type, they lowered it from 6 required pieces of equipment to 4, which is still bad if you only have base game, because then you only have 2 giant play structures, well technically 3, and a monkey bars, and that's about it. So that's my only complaint. I'm surprised it didn't come with a monkey bar for this. And I'm gonna mess. I feel like there should have been a base game update that added whole new playground equipment, because if you're not gonna give the Simmers this stuff, they should add things like a merry-go-round, a regular slide, those rocking horse things, seesaws, you know what I mean? At least a base game swing set, because let's face it, Simmers need that in a base game. But overall, I'm gonna be honest, cast is a lot smaller than I expected. It might feel that way though, because I'm on a huge lot. But other than that, a lot of the now when it comes to the amount of casts, there are some complaints I have, but when it comes to the style of cast, I actually don't hate it. I love the build set. Love the furniture. I especially love the playground equipment, especially since it's all interactable. Sims can actually play with those. And adults can be on it too. So personally, I actually think, again, build by is an 8 out of 10. There should have been a little more. But I honestly don't hate it too much. What's going to happen next is I'm going to play the expansion pack on my own time. And then I'll come back with just some things I'd like to say about it. Tell you what I feel. Tell you how I feel. Now let me know, and I can't play everything. But we'll see how much I get into, and we'll tell you how fun it is. So I just got done playing the Adventures Await expansion pack, at least for about an hour and 30 minutes. I know it's not a lot of time, but it's enough for me to play with like a little bit of everything. And honestly, I had a pretty good time. So when it came to it, I obviously made a small house and basically a family with some kids. It's just my sim. And then obviously my family, and then we just pretty much explored everything the pack had to offer. Now let it be known, at the same time, I was doing the Forever Friends event, so just ignore that. I'll tell you what, that putting the stuffed animal in front of the TV thing was really dumb. But regardless, so I started by experiencing with some of the new skills. So the Archery Skill. The Archery Skill is 5 levels in game, which I was shocked. Considering how much they advertised it, I thought it would at least be 10 levels. So when it comes to the archery target, you actually have to clear the arrows in order for your sim to compete again. Not to mention, when you get to level 5, your sim will be able to shoot apples off other sims' heads and use different types of bows, including a regular, recurve, and compound bow. Sims also have different sides depending if they're right-handed or left-handed, which is really nice considering I am a guy who is into archery, so it is very nice seeing they have that detail. The only thing that I ran into that was a little funny is so Sims will not get out of the way if they are stuck in between the archer and the archery target. So they might get hit, but they won't like react. It's kind of funny. It's just one of those minor Sims things. The other skills that I really didn't get too much into, but I saw they exist, are the diving skill, which I haven't gotten experience much into, but there's also the entomology skill, which is got by caught butterflies and raising them, apparently. Like, you can raise a butterfly, that little, like, butterfly sanctuary thing that you can buy. It's like a little mesh bag. You can actually, if you catch a butterfly, you have to catch one. You can put it in there and raise it. It's actually pretty cool that that's a little feature that you can do. And it's a little neat. You have to feed it, you have to watch it, all that. It's really cool. When it comes to the diving skill, I really didn't dive too much. Ignore the pun. I really didn't go too much into it because there was not really too many pools in the area with diving boards that I could do that at where at places my Sims were going to. Now, I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to be playing a lot of this pack on my own time too to see what else I can experience. I only ran into a few glitches, nothing crazy. For example, there were two kids who sat inside of each other. Obviously, it's a visual glitch and that's just going to happen. But the major glitch I ran into that needs to be addressed is when your sim travels between lots, the music that plays will keep playing even though it's supposed to stop. It's easy fix because you just simply go into build mode, come back out into live mode, and it'll be fine. But still, it's a glitch that's annoying because, you know, it messes with the audio regardless. When it came to the actual getaways themselves, I don't like how they're called getaways. I think they should just be, you know, an overhaul, a vacation, but they are really nice. You can set up specific getaways from your phone or calendar, or you can also just set it up your own way. Own lot, start and end time, how long it lasts, do you own it, do you not own it? Like, you can literally host people at your Sim's home and get money. That's what's awesome about it. So it literally is cool, and technically you can run a hotel with this pack. All you simply have to do is set up a schedule, so Sims do things, and then you also have to basically make rooms. Now, when it comes to the rooms, normally you could just simply assign your Sims a bed, and they'll just use that one, but here's the cool part. You can claim a room. So that's what's awesome about this pack. If you have a custom venue lot, you simply set it to a hotel, and you can literally claim whatever rooms your Sims want, and that's what's amazing. You can do that for any lot, and it's perfect. It's really perfect. It makes it so nice. But let's go with the custom lots themselves. So I built one, and we'll get into that later, but we're going to discuss the kids camp. I experienced that first. So there are roles at the kids camp. You got to set it up, and something interesting is that I only control my Sims, which is great. And then they have adult Sims like counselors who just watch over the kids, and they have a schedule. Now, as you know, for us Simmers, we always worry that the Sims are not actually going to listen to us when we have something like that. Fun thing is, the Sims actually did what was on the schedule. If they had to eat, they were eating in the kitchen. If it was water activities, they were out in the pool. You could fish from the kayaks, put stickers on them. If it was physical activities, they'd be doing the archery range, or they would be over there at the playground equipment, and they roasted marshmallows. Like, it actually worked flawlessly for me. It was really nice, and it was really nice seeing all the Sims actually interacting and all these challenges you can do. So at a Sims child age, you can do these formative moments that they talked about in the trailer, but there are so many. And I believe there are ones I didn't even find. There's like, you can be very crafty, get best friends, be very imaginative. There's just so many. Now, when it comes to the competitive spirit trait, I didn't get too much into it, but so if you see my Sim sweat, that's actually coming from the competitive trait. I was put off by it first. I thought it was a visual glitch. No, it's just a competitive trait. But what's interesting about the competitive trait, it feels like a legit trait. Like, you actually have things that you can do normally, like that you couldn't do normally as a normal Sim, but you can do as a competitive Sim, like challenging them to certain games, and like challenging them to an archery contest and being a sore loser versus a good winner. And there's like actual ways for that trait. So the competitive trait's actually a really well-built trait. I actually really like it. The aspirations, though, are iffy. I think they're okay. Also, the kids' games like hide and go seek and what is it called? Like, it's basically rock, paper, scissors. Also worked very well. Had a lot of fun with that. And so I went to also go explore the playground. Now, what's really interesting about the playground is I could click on just some random object and tell my kid to use it. But you can also tell your Sim child to just play on the playground in general, just like the Sims 3, and they'll just go around, do random things. And it was really cool because there were actual kids there, and they're all doing stuff. They were waiting their turn on things. That was really nice. It was actually really good. The only thing that bothered me though is that there was a sandbox, but there was an actual sandbox, if you know what I'm saying. But it was actually really nice. I actually really enjoyed it because there was so much fun to be had with it. And the funny thing, here's the funny thing. So when I sent my Sims home to go back home, they proceeded to use the playground to go home. They didn't go around. I found that kind of funny. So if you were doing like a race challenge and you set your Sims to go from point A to point B, they'll use the playground equipment. So that's actually really fun. So obviously we have 2 new appliances, only one that's actually relatively new, and that's the blender. I did play with that, so there's tons of drinks your Sims can make. And problem I have with it though, they can only make single glasses. They cannot serve like a plate of drinks. So what's interesting about it is the animations are pretty good. The only one I would complain about is they have the swipe animation again. It's simply to put the ingredients in, and then they blend it, pour it, all that. I just wish there was like some sort of pre-making stuff, like your Sim would pull something on the fridge, chop up fruit or vegetables, put it in, blend it, fill it, got drink. Like, you know what I mean? And they each have different effects, so that's always nice. But that was nice. I didn't run into any errors with it, like, you know, your Sim messing up with it. I guess that happens if your Sim likely has a lower culinary skill. Now, other things that we have is we have the new retro games console, which has 2 unique games that I know of, and I'm guessing it's like other video game consoles where as you level up in the video gaming skill, you unlock more. Now, the only issue I really have with this is it only works with this console. Now, the problem with the Sims in general is you cannot hook up multiple gaming consoles to one TV, which never made sense to me. So the previous gaming consoles, the base game one we have from the holiday event and the city living one, cannot play the retro video games, which bothers me because then you have to decide, do you want retro or do you want advanced 3D graphic stuff? Like, that's the problem. Like, I feel like you should be able to use both at the same time. But regardless, the games look nice, and it was good seeing again that the Sims team did the same thing where they made sure the game controller was different based on the console. That's always nice. I'm very happy for that. I didn't get much gameplay with the imaginary friends because there was like a lot of different things you had to do for it, and it wasn't really my main focus of the pack. But I was happy to see there are several ways you can get the imaginary friend to become real, whether it's like your Sim being lonely, or they can have a level 3 of the imaginative skill. Like, there are several ways you can do it, and I really like that. I like that it's not limited, because if you were in a Sims 3, the way you had to do it is you basically had to bond with it, and then eventually it's like, oh, magic! Your imaginary friend became real. The other cool thing, so when it came to the Getaways, what was really cool about the schedule is you can get notifications to tell you when the schedule is changing, which is great because sometimes you don't want to leave the thing up open in the corner where it says like the schedule. It will just tell you what to do. And even when I was like working on something, like for example, I was putting a band-aid on because I had a pimple pop. I was putting that on and I came back and my Sims were autonomously doing what was on the schedule. So if my Sims were told to do swimming activities and I didn't tell them to do it, they would go do that. And that was really nice. I also managed to find a few butterflies to catch. I do like how there's an animation with it. The only issue I really have is just that's a repeat from Outdoor Retreat. Is it better? Yeah. But regardless, it's still a thing. Other things that I want to say skill-wise is obviously with the crafting skill. What is it called? Paper mache. It's like something like that where you can make origami and all that. You can make a paper airplane. Now I had my Sim play with the paper airplane. What was really cool, it's not one of those things where your Sim throws it and just randomly appears somewhere. You actually see it fly, go around, and then when it lands, it will land where the animation ended, which is great. I'm happy it actually plays through and it's not like it just disappears and places randomly, which really helps. Like, everything was flowing flawlessly, really no big issues. Here's the funny part. So the thing I made, the lot I made, you'll see here in a second, I did a getaway where it was a competition. I couldn't figure out how to get Sims eliminated. That didn't work for me, but I wish there was a little more. I feel like the only problem I had is I think there should be more instruction on what each Sim role means. For example, I did not know what a mean chef versus a chef meant versus the amateur chefs. And if you were to actually be told, it makes sense now that the mean chef and the professional chef were judges, whereas the amateur chefs are your Sims. That, I think, should have been cleared up quickly because I did not understand, so I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know how to get Sims eliminated. Like, I didn't know how to make that happen. And both my Sims got paid 10,000 simoleons simply for participating, which is I don't like that. I don't like that. It's just a get-rich-quick scheme. Just set up a vacation, go, come back home, like cancel it early, and get 10,000 simoleons. I didn't like that. But that gets to something else. So when I was at this event of a cooking competition, there were events in town. Now, I didn't attend all of them, but I was able to attend one. And somehow this fitness event is way better than the events of hobbies and businesses and hobbies. So there was an actual spin class being held. There was free weights for everyone. Everybody was doing stuff, engaging in fitness. And there was an archery competition nearby, which I thought that was really awesome, being a person who loves archery and has actually done it competitively all the way to nationals. Always got to brag about that. Number 72 in the state when it came to boy division. I really did like that this event felt like something reminiscent of city living. There's all kinds of stuff to do. When I went around the world, there's stores you can go to get fish and boats and crafting items. That was really nice. There was a lighthouse that people leave notes on. I read some of the notes. They were actually pretty interesting. Seems like it's very similar to the city living notice board, which I don't hate. I think that's fine. The world actually feels like there's stuff to do. And I really like that. For example, there was something about the whole plum bite, like dodo bird kind of situation. I couldn't find it. I tried my best. I really couldn't find it. I'm going to be honest. I did not try at all. I was kind of focused on other things. Something I was shocked to see is that the father of the Broke family, what is his name? Skip Broke? Yeah. He's in this world. I did not get to look much into him, but people are saying it's because he ran away from his happy family. No, that doesn't make much sense to me. I think it might be the whole, Polynesian technician situation. Go watch the Sims lore. She does a great job of explaining that. But regardless, it was interesting seeing that he's included in this world. I was really actually shocked about that. Now, I do think there could have been some great pack integration. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think you guys could definitely do a great job of using... They said there's a lot of pack integration, and I noticed that. There was. And one of the things I really want to see, I want to see my fellow simmers do this, is I want you guys to use Get Famous and this pack to make some sort of all kinds of TV shows in the city. What is it called? What's the name of that? It's not San My Shoe now. Oh man, I can't remember the name. Del Sol Valley. There it is. Imagine a reality show taking place in a mansion there. That'd be pretty cool. But there was actually a lot to do, and I'm happy, and I can see why this was their most expensive pack. There was a lot of new features that worked so well. I had a good time. It was really fun, and it seemed like every group of people had something to do, and that's why I think it's most important to me when it comes to The Sims. When I get a pack, I want to know, if it's, for example, how we're doing adventure weights, I want everybody to have something to do. But if it's a pack, let's say my wedding stuff, clearly that's meant for adults. But I like how there was stuff to do for everyone, and that really helps benefit The Sims overall, having everybody being able to do something. But in the end, I actually think Adventure Awaits is probably one of the best packs I've seen in The Sims 4 for a very long time. It feels like an actual expansion pack, and the creative limits are limitless with this pack. There's so much you can do with it, and I really enjoyed it overall in the end. I think it definitely surpasses Businesses and Hobbies and Enchanted by Nature. So if you're going to get a pack from this year, I would definitely recommend Adventure Awaits. It's actually a really decent pack, and the fact that they put cross-pack compatibility in it makes it even better, because there are stuff that means there are stuff that I haven't even discovered yet. Could there be a dog competition show? I don't know. I think that'd be cool, but we'll have to see. But overall, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video so more people can see it, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. There are all kinds of content, including Sims builds, news, reviews, and gameplay. I really enjoy it. Please tell me what your thoughts are of Adventure Awaits, and if you have anything that I missed that you want to tell me about, or if you want to tell me what you think is cool about it, please go ahead and go down below. Or if you have criticisms about the pack too, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to get to chat about those as well. If you want other content by me, head over to my other channel, garrcall. It is my main channel. I do all kinds of content there, including streaming every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and wow, I am very happy I played Adventure Awaits. Now, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with this pack. I will be making, I know for sure, I'm definitely going to be making an actual starter home that's affordable for this world, unlike the $19,000 simoleon starter home that is in this world. Oh boy, the Sims team really need to reevaluate their starter homes. They're affordable, it's just that your Sim's not going to have any money once they buy it. And I will also be probably building a hotel or resort type of lot, since you can technically do that in this pack. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye!